Okay, in the next step, you can see that I have already been arranging elements on my page, and I have resized them and rescaled them. I've got a bit of a pattern happening, and a regular pattern with the dots in the background to sort of tie it all together. You can see that some of my imagery is going off the page because I think if I try and contain it all within the page, it just looks a bit too plain. And what I can do later is mask it so it actually will cut off everything that's exceeding beyond the edges of the frame. So I'm not worried about that at the moment. What you can also do is you can select your object, and if you want to rotate them, you can also do that with your objects as well. So now you're going to, for your research, you looked at different color palettes. So you need to have a color palette handy that you've saved, and you're going to go File, Place, and you're going to locate your color palette. So here I have one that was okay. Okay, and I'm going to, you know how to rescale that down, holding the Shift key. So I'm going to put that onto the side of my page. Okay, now I could have a white background, but that's a little bit boring as well. When you're doing artwork, it's a good idea just to, you want to sort of keep it consistent, even though it looks a little bit chaotic. It's sort of evenly spaced out. So you can sort of squint your eyes to see how the visuals between the black, which is the figure, and the ground, which is the background, work together, and where you need to maybe add a few dots or move things around to fill the space a bit. So once I'm happy with that, I bring in my color tab. If I want to change the background, I'm going to select from my tool palette the rectangle tool, and I will click it in the top left of the corner and drag it to the bottom right, and that will fill my page with a square. That's one way of doing it. I already know my page is 115 by 115, so I can also select my rectangle tool, click on the background once, 115, and then just tab, and it will highlight the next square, 115, and then hit enter for OK, and then we can drag it to the page and organize it in. And as you can see, that is sitting on top of everything. So then we go Object, Arrange, Send to Back. You can't see that it's at the back because it's black like the shapes. So now I'm going to color that a different color. So to color that easily is to select it with the selection tool first, the shape for the background, and then I'm going to select the eyedropper tool, and I'm going to select the light pink background. So that was really easy to fill that. I can do the same with the shape. So just say I want all my larger shapes to be one color. So what I do is I click on one, hold down the Shift key, select another, remain holding down the Shift key and another, and then I go over to the eyedropper tool and I click on another color. Okay, so that's how you do that. And the same again, if I'm downsizing or if I want this to be the same color as well, then I'll select it and do that. So you can do it individually, but that takes a long time. And also, if you've got colors that are the same, you can do something else. So I'll select another color for that. Okay, so just say I've got those colors now, and I don't want to go back and select them every single time. So I select one and then select same fill color. So then it selects everything that was already that color. So then I can play around with my color choices, and I can get my select same fill color, and then I need to get the eyedropper tool and click on the background. There you go. So that will change it for me without having to go and click on every single one. The other way, I could also Control G to group that selection so that then in future I just need to click on one and it's selected them all. So I'll do that again. Holding down the Shift key, I'm selecting them individually, and then Control G, and they're all grouped. And then again, I can go back and I can change that color.